Though the heavier penalties are supposed to be easily avoided, just a day after the launch of the first phase of Ethereum 2.0, ETH 2.0, the first validator has been slashed. According to BeaconScan.com, since the Phase 0 launched on December 1st, one validator was already slashed yesterday. The validator has been inactive since epoch 213. One epoch lasts around 6.4 minutes, when they exited, and has incurred a penalty which brought their total income to nearly -0.25 ETH, or c. 145 United States dollars by yesterday's prices. BeaconScan states that a validator that is caught acting maliciously will be slashed, penalized and eventually forced into an exited state. Rewards and penalties are efforts meant to protect the network against potential malicious attacks. As a short reminder, to become full validators on the newly launched Beacon chain, users stake ETH32, and become responsible for storing data, processing transactions, and adding new blocks to the blockchain. They are rewarded for actions that help the network reach consensus, such as batching transactions into a new block or checking the work of other validators, and they are punished with mild penalties for actions such as going offline or failing to validate. BeaconScan.in leaderboard shows hundreds of validators already penalized, placing them at the end of the list. The last person on the list is the slashed validator, while those before them are still active, with the second to last validator showing an income of -0.0267 ETH since the launch, currently, some 16 United States dollars. Slashing is considered a more severe penalty, and it entails the burning of some amount of validator funds and immediate ejection from the active validator set. This happens if a validator, for example, creates 2 beacon blocks in one epoch, or if they try to attack or compromise the network. Although being slashed has serious repercussions, it is simple enough to avoid being slashed altogether by remaining consistent with respect to the messages a validator has previously signed, stated the GitHub document. As for the reason this particular validator got slashed, BeaconScan gave proposer rule offense. Per the document, to avoid proposer slashings, a validator must not sign 2 conflicting beacon block where conflicting is defined as 2 distinct blocks within the same slot. Therefore, it added, in Phase 0, as long as the validator does not sign 2 different beacon blocks for the same slot, the validator is safe against proposer slashings. Meanwhile, 3 days after the Phase 0 launch, the validator participation is still climbing. Starting with some 85% on day 1, and reaching 96% on day 2, the participation rate is currently at 97.6%. At the same time, the number of active validators went up nearly 7.7% since the launch, nearing 23,000. Ethereum's price is also on the rise today. It went up some 2.6% to nearly 613 United States dollars, a higher jump than the 1.6% seen by Bitcoin (BTC).